Ladies and gentlemen.
Ladies and gentlemen.
Get ready.
Get ready.
In 10,
9,
8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
It's time for Web3 Breakfast.
Streaming to over 180 countries around the world.
Getting down and dirty with everything crypto.
Everything crypto. And bringing your daily fix of Web3 analysis and news.
Brought to you by the Crypto Magazine and your hosts,
JChains and Mr. Dude. Buckle up, settle down,
and let's grow.
Yo, GM, everybody. Hope you're doing well. Hope you had a fantastic weekend. My goodness. My name is JChains. I am here alongside my co-host, Mr. Dude. We are hanging out. Obviously, I'm the voice of the Crypto Mag account. Mr. Dude will be the voice of the Web3 Breakfast account today. As you guys know, it is Special Mondays. This is the crypto market update. Web3 Breakfast powered by Crypto Mag. My goodness. Hope you enjoyed the music. Did something a little different today. A little bit more rock and roll. Rock and roll. Maybe we'll go back to hip hop tomorrow. I don't know. Maybe we'll mix it up. Country. Who knows? Maybe we were going to play, honestly, full disclosure, we were going to play Nothing But Puff, but we decided against it at the last minute. Anyway. What's up, everybody? Hope you had a great weekend. We're going to get the pin post up in here in just a second. Remember, if you want to try to win $100 in GOTTI, there's just a few things you got to do. But while you are taking your seat, filling into the auditorium, make sure that you smash like if you're watching on YouTube. Make sure you're hitting the heart if you're over there on X. And if you guys are listening in the space, make sure you go to the purple pill down at the bottom right. Get some friends in here. And if you want to speak today, you're like, listen, man, I got something important to say. I got something. I want you to hear it. You are more than welcome. Just raise your hand. Come on up. We just ask that you be respectful. That's it. It's just that's the one qualification of coming up. We can have differences of opinions. That happens all the time. We love it. That's how we grow mentally. So that's cool. Just be respectful. But so we'll get the pin post here in just a second. But GM, Mr. Dude, how was your weekend?
So, we're just going to have a good time. But also, for anybody watching on YouTube, Jay and his shadow, how sleepy does he look? He looks very, very sleepy with the 5 o'clock shadow.
I know. Oh, I've been up all night. I've been burning the candle at both ends.
I know you guys will let me know.
It looks more like about 6:30
shadow.
Well, the whole idea,
6:30 shadow.
The whole thing is like I'm trying to get this thing to grow back as fast as possible. So like I'm not going to shave, not going to trim. If the markets had gone down, then I would have shaved this morning. But we hung tight in the 63s. Who knows what's happening at this particular moment? We'll look at that shortly. We'll talk about the markets, but we got to get through the chop shop, as you guys know, before we get too crazy in the topic for the day. But yes, my beard is growing back. It is shadowy, not baby skin anymore. Thank goodness. I'm excited. I'm excited for this new phase. Now, the one thing I am worried about, guys, in full disclosure with this beard growing back, is this is all fresh hair. And I have added a little bit of gray to my beard in the last couple months. And so this may look different. This may look different moving forward. It may be more gray than normal.
The worst part, though, besides like you could end up looking like Santa Claus, is like Tim Allen when he shaves and it grows back gray right away. Is that itchy stage, where you're like 2, 3, 4 weeks in, and then you get like that just nasty, itchy and hurt, and you gotta like power through that stage.
Oh, no, you get stuff for it. So I got all sorts. I've got like, listen, because there's different phases of that itch, right? And so you just put like a beard balm in there, and it takes care of it. It's like a little menthol-y, so it feels good. It's nice and cool. It just takes care of that dry skin and gets rid of the itch right away. Oh, but I tell you what. That is something else. The beard itch. That's for real. That is a real thing. So you ladies don't even understand what we're talking about when we're talking about beard itch.
Yeah. We're talking above the pants too.
Whoa.
Dude, they probably something like what we're talking about.
Okay, let me find that post I put up on the weekend where I found all those amazing Man, I went into this little store in Elora, and it just like had all that nut stuff. I thought I posted that.
Oh yeah,
There
like
it
your
is. Look
men's
at that.
grooming
The
products. and
nut
stuff.
rub, just the names of them: nut rub, solid cologne, ball guard, liquid powder for reducing sweat, irritation, and odor, crack and sack. Nuts to butt.
Crack and sack. Read some of that.
I mean, hey, these are
about direct marketing.
it's good marketing to guys, right? Like you guys, you gotta take care of yourselves a little bit here and there. Don't neglect yourselves, boys, or the boys.
Crack and sack. Does anyone actually have cracks in their sack? I gotta know.
If you do, you got problems.
I got a bunch of wrinkles.
This is Monday. We know what we need. We got we got Nathan here listening from the Liquid NFTs. Nathan, we're gonna need some Botox for our balls. Like I remember Dave Chappelle does this bit on it, and it is hilarious. Got to make them smooth as eggs.
Ball toss.
Full
So it
Botox.
is.
This is the first time I've heard that.
How do we opt out for that? Can we opt out, permanently opt out?
You're
for
opted
that?
out of everything fun forever, M kid.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
No needles in the balls from this kid.
But I see M kid goes to Disney World like 3-4 times a month. So as long as we can
That
get
is
the
true.
Botox
That is true.
at Disney World, we'll just capture him one day when he's there. Get the princesses to.
I love it.
Him.
I probably have a trip, hopefully in my near future, or I guess it doesn't really matter. But I think so my daughter's turning 3 in October. We're going to New York for a wedding over her birthday, but we'll probably go maybe at some point this year, I would imagine. I know that like she stops being free, but like that doesn't mean anything. But my family is huge into going down there.
And then I thought I texted you. We booked a trip. I think it's end of November, beginning of December. I'll get you the date.
How old is your daughter?
She'll be 3. She'll be 3.
Okay, so when she's 3 every place else in the world, but when she goes to Disney World, she's 2, my friend. Okay, you get it?
Yeah. We took Sky when she was 2 because she was still free. Honestly, man, like Sky is 7 now. She doesn't remember the trip, but like we remember it. Like it's all about it's your memories too, right? So we'll let you know when we're down. We're not going to bring we are going to bring the girls. Yeah, so we'll let you know and bring Emmy and go to Disneyland for the day.
She can't ride 90% of the rides. So to pay a full price child ticket is just nuts. So keep her in the
But
stroller.
that's just for Disney, right? Like we're not going to bring the girls to Universal this time because it's like exactly like you said, it's not worth it. There's nothing for them to do. We might leave the girls at home for the day. We're going to bring our in-laws so they won't be home alone.
Yeah.
And they'll keep the girls for the day.
They like swim at the pool
we'll
or
go to,
whatever if it's nice enough.
Yeah. And we're going to go to Legoland. We got an Airbnb, so we'll have our own pool and shit.
Oh, nice.
Sweet. Oh, I just want to let you guys know that I got a message. This is all for everybody in the crypto space. The crypto market is now identifying as non-binary, so it is no longer bull or bear. It is this neutral non-binary. So I just
nice. It doesn't go by zeros and ones anymore.
No,
it goes by whatever the fuck number it wants.
It doesn't quite know what we can't say gender, but animal.
It doesn't know what heck it is. Could it be Web 2? Could it be Web 3? Could it be Web 5? The internet gets to decide now.
Yeah, so we're in a non-binary market. I saw that, so that's
I do like that. I feel like that's got funny posts written all over that.
There's probably some something you could do. You could build up around there for sure.
Yes. And if the alphabet community comes out, it's all your fault for saying that. So there you go.
But I think listen. This just may be like an awkward teenage phase. This might just be something we're going through right now because we know in October what's going to happen. It's going to be Uptober. It's going to be. Historically, the writings are on the wall. We hit 63. We hit 60. What did he hit? 64.5. I think it was the highest that we hit over the weekend. I expected the market to do something totally different. I expected it to go down as it normally does, like in the Monday. And I think we saw a tiny little dip yesterday, but recovered rather quickly. And I think things are looking stronger. What do you guys think? Stronger than I thought it was going to be, at least. I was hoping for more of a consolidation this week.
It held.
Yeah,
it completely went stable. Like even GOTTI we're sideways. It's like it's very bizarre. I mean, for this market to be this, and I'm also wondering how much hype is being pushed behind because on the 29th we got our favorite felon that's coming out.
Telling you,
you
think it's just kind of being suppressed?
That may be, but that's a Sunday, so it's going to be interesting to see what happens this week.
Ooh, so
we're going to be like a sell the news event.
So CG's getting out of jail, and there's going to be Sunday Night Football. Sorry, go. I cut you
What's
off,
that,
Mike.
Mike?
No one could hear you. So you'll have to repeat that.
Oh, I was just gonna say that that might be like a sell the news event. It might be just like where the market goes down and then rips up after maybe like a week afterwards.
Fair point. Fair point. Everything's always sell the news. And what me and Jay were talking about before the show was we also have like, we'll use small numbers. Imagine there was only 100 people in crypto and 20 of them sold. Then all of a sudden we have this huge dip. But now that we have 100,000 people in crypto, like all the like the sells, when people panic, doesn't have as much of an impact unless it's big, huge players panicking. But those seem to be the people who are holding the line in probably every project, even Bitcoin and Ethereum.
Well, yeah, I mean, the big money's in, right? And the big money's, they're not looking to lose because of panic sellers. Like no, it's just not gonna happen. Like it's not going to be the end of it. October is a real thing. And there was some argument, not argument, I guess some variance in opinion, because it's an election year and all that stuff. And historically speaking, there is no correlation between an election year and this next several months. Like they're all over the board. In 2016 and in 2020, like they were completely different. There was no rhyme or reason to it, with the exception of October was up. And I think that's, if it's not broken, don't fix it. History might not repeat itself, but it rhymes. And so we go with that.
Right. And it won't matter who wins the election either. Like it literally won't matter. Fucking Kamala can come out and dummy Trump on the election day, win by a landslide, and crypto's still just going to go on and do its thing. Or it could happen the other way where Trump just crushes Kamala and it just crypto's just going to go on because it's non-binary, right? I'm kidding. It doesn't matter who's running the world. Crypto will just do its thing.
Bitcoin gives zero fucks.
Well, you would think that it should.
I pray.
I
pray that we have other things so we can at least have some positive regulations and taxation for us here in crypto in the United States.
But I think
I would argue
like Gary Gensler's time is up. It doesn't matter who wins anymore. Like he's lost. So I think the SEC is also starting to see the writing on the wall. Like it doesn't matter if Gary's still in charge. It doesn't matter if Kamala wins. It doesn't even matter if Biden decides he's going to win the White House again. Like it just doesn't matter. Like the SEC will forever look different after this. I think we might get maybe regulations are going to take time to be like official regulations, or we're going to see like a loosening of the hammer.
I think the biggest thing that we're facing is this. It's not you can't stop DeFi, right? There's no stopping that.
Right.
What they can do is they can seriously hinder your on-road and off-ramp into crypto, meaning going after Coinbase, Gemini, all the exchanges that we have. That's the biggest fear, is they go after those people, then we're fucked, because how the hell are we going to?
Well, I think maybe on to play devil's advocate on the positive side here, I think it's okay if they do control the centralized aspect of it. Totally fine, let them do that, and then like you said, DeFi will survive. DeFi will always go on. So the people who want to take that next step, because there's people want to be in crypto that want nothing to do with the DeFi aspect of it, because they want nothing to do with the self-custody. They want to be involved. They want to have the assets. They see the bright future, but they don't want to take all the risk, right? So centralization in our space, absolutely massive, and it has its place. And that's when we talk about the governmental mass adoption, the retail mass adoption. Retail's got to wait for government because they're sheeple. Like, we just know that, guys, okay? But the whole idea is that's what we need to push things forward. I know that we got some hands. What you got, Gringo?
Hey, good morning, friends.
GM,
I agree pretty much. Hey, GM, yeah, I agree with pretty much everything you guys have said. The interesting thing, though, is did anyone see that article recently that BlackRock is supposedly preparing for a $35 trillion problem with the Fed and fiat?
Yep.
And that they are going to Bitcoin and preparing because of it.
So
I think you guys are right.
Yeah, somebody said it Friday, I think, that BlackRock owns how much percent of the supply?
2%.
2%.
They own 2% of the supply is what I have read. Yep.
Which means they probably own 11%.
Right.
Yeah,
you always have to look at what they're not telling you. 100%. 100%.
Yeah, so that's the interesting thing is like, I think Mr. Dude's probably right as far as it doesn't matter who's going to win if that's the case. There's a dollar crisis, and the entire plan all along for the elites was crypto is the exit plan. It's the escape hatch. Then I don't think it's going to matter. But I also do believe if Trump wins, it will moon even harder and faster, because they don't have the tax issues that that Kamala's brought up with unrealized gains. So
I agree with you. I think, ultimately crypto is going to win. Depending on who wins the election is how things maybe are expedited, right? Like, what did you just say there, Gringo, at the end?
Well, just that, I think with Trump, if he wins, it would probably moon more just because the unrealized capital gains that Kamala proposed. I mean, I know she came out the other day and said, "Oh, well, we're going to take a pro crypto stance." Well, those are just words and they're too late. Whereas, with Trump, it's like we know where he stands. Right. He holds NFT collections. He was on Farouk's podcast or his spaces last week, and he said he likes NFTs. His kids are big into crypto. So I think he would be better for crypto, obviously, especially with RFK Jr. on his team and Elon supposedly going to be on his team. Massive. But then, again, like Kamala, it doesn't matter. If there's a dollar crisis, whoever's in office, if Bitcoin takes off as the exit plan, then we all win anyway. Right. So I'm really not going to worry about it. I would obviously prefer Trump, or RFK, but that didn't play out. So it is what it is, but let's move forward.
Who do you think? So thank you. It helped me remember. So the whole thing was one of them is going to prolong the CBDC longer than the other, right? I think one would have
that's probably fair. Yeah.
So I think Trump would prolong the CBDC because he said he's not for it. However, if Kamala were to win, that would move faster. And I agree with you that I think we're going to pump harder if Trump wins, but we're still going to pump if Harris wins. Like there's just no indication saying that crypto's dead if Kamala Harris wins. Like that's usually like when like situations like that happen in the government makes crypto pump. It just so happens we'd have a crypto friendly president with Trump versus Kamala Harris. That's an opinion, right? Everybody's got their own.
Yeah, I feel like you're right.
Put money in the jar. You said it's your opinion.
We're not supposed to say that. I forgot, because everything I say is my opinion. I don't have to state that it was my opinion. You're right.
So here's the thing, the other thing to think about. So if they come down hard on crypto, say Kamala gets in there, she's president, the rest of the world isn't necessarily going to be coming down hard on crypto. So crypto will flourish in other places.
Great point. Asia will still dominate.
Economic strain on the United States if we are so anti-crypto, and these other places are doing well. Again, it could delay, but ultimately this is worldwide, so it isn't just based upon
crypto is inevitable. There's just going to be different short-term, medium-term, and longer-term.
Yeah,
like
scenarios. I like the orange dude because I think it's going to speed things up, and I think we're all getting.
It could also just be self-fulfilling. We're all tired of waiting. Like we talk about that a lot.
I think one thing that we could all agree on, whether you like Trump or not, and I think that this is irrelevant, but sort of relevant, right? Like, regardless, if he does win, you have a president that is pro-crypto. You are a crypto person. Why wouldn't that be something that you would want to see happen? That he's going to, and he says he wants it to be made in America. He wants to be mined and minted, all that stuff, right? So he wants to bring the tech, the blockchain here to the United States, which so far we have tried every which way we can to reject this thing as an industry, right? Which is so crazy. Like, why would we reject this absolute amazing opportunity for, I don't know, a country like ours to get out of a shithole that we're in? Right? Like we're in a economic disaster hole.
Crypto's the future.
Absolutely. Yeah. And what about, sorry, go on. Sorry. I started to interrupt.
No, I was just going to say crypto's the future. And I mean, you either take the reins or somebody else's. I mean, it's just as simple as that. Some other country will step up and
we have to lead. The US and Canada have to, in my opinion, be two of the leaders. But then also, did you see who endorsed Kamala? The IRS.
The
End
IRS
of story.
Union. The IRS union. Why did the IRS have a
My apologies. Yeah, that's scary.
I didn't even. Wow, we're just like, of course, the water is going to say we want the shark to win. Like no, right? Like
get another 75,000 agents if he gets reelected again. You're going to be turning your private keys over to the IRS to have fun.
Like that's. I mean, like that's almost like there was a couple things that I'd seen over the weekends, and it's almost like the Harris campaign is doing things that are in some way helping the Trump campaign, right? Like that is like what even normal
part of it
stock
is like some of it is just like news for the sake of their hat. Like let's say the IRS does not come out and endorse her, then all of a sudden it's almost like either way it's news. If they're like, of course we fucking endorse her, like we like she's the incumbent, she's going to be good for us. But if they were like, no, we don't like her, then there'd be like this huge article about, oh, even the IRS doesn't like her. Like it was kind of like a lose-lose, and someone was going to write a headline about their union, just they had to choose which one it was going to be. Sometimes it's just like that's the cycle of news we live in, where it's because it's 24/7 now, they have to write about something. It's like, of course, it's like water is wet. The IRS union supports the current president, right? Like it's job security.
Water, the essence of wetness. Wetness, the essence of moisture. Merman.
Can you imagine if they did support her?
Merman, Dad.
They'd be like tomorrow, 90,000 IRS agents fired.
I think I got the black lung, kid.
Wait, listen. I know Mike. He's got his hand up, man. Hopefully you had that pit stand rolling, brother. You may have a sore shoulder.
I'm good. You see, I also agree Bitcoin and crypto is definitely inevitable. I would argue that BlackRock has more sway over the market than the president does. But also, I believe the president could be like the face of retail, and BlackRock is the face of institutional investors.
Valid point. Also, whatever microphone you're using, use that every day.
I'm sitting inside a car and it's quiet, so I can't do that all the time, unfortunately.
That was funny. Yeah, there's a valid point though. Absolutely. Oh, I see. Hey, Maxine, how are you? Welcome to the Breakfast Club.
I'm good. How are you? I see a new face up here. Why? What's Crypto Mag?
Crypto Mag?
Are you behind that account now? Yeah. Are you behind that account now?
So we've got a partnership, guys. You know what, Maxine? Thank you so much for asking that. I'm glad that you did ask. Yeah. So, Mr. Dude and I, we are the Web3 Breakfast. My name is JChains, but we have a special partnership with the Crypto Mag as of now. Mondays are the crypto market updates. This is your Web3 Breakfast powered by Crypto Mag. I am the voice of Crypto Mag. Mr. Dude is the voice of the Web3 Breakfast account today, Tuesday through Friday. The rest of the week, for now, I will tell you that for now, we go back to normal, where it's the show is being hosted by the Web3 Breakfast account, and then everybody's using their own PFP for their voices, something like that. But these are our special Monday shows. Glad that you guys could join us. That's a great opportunity for y'all to go ahead and if you like everything that's been said so far, you like crypto, you like decentralization, you like getting rich, you like going to the moon, all sorts of stuff like that. Make sure you smash the like, hit the heart, go down to the bottom right, hit the purple pill, repost the space out, tag some friends up into the Jumbotron, or the breakfast table as we call it now. You're going to want to look at that post that says kick every week with Monday markets on Web3 Breakfast powered by Crypto Mags. Go ahead, check that out. If you want to win $100 today, you want to win free money, $100. That's more than you came here with, and all you got to do is listen. You can't afford to not participate. Just a few steps, and you could take home $100. And we're using our new X Picker now. That thing has been working flawlessly. Now that I talked it up, guess what? It probably won't work today. That's just how the cookie crumbles.
That always happens.
And those of you who don't know, this is Maxine, the only semblance of fucking sanity we have in this space, or room rather, now.
Well, that's said
Wait.
loosely.
Wait.
That's loosely
Yeah,
said.
I was gonna say. Did you literally put my name and sanity in the same sentence? Like, are you feeling okay?
Yeah.
Fine, don't. I'm just trying to big y'all up, that's all.
I appreciate that, because I have been sick for the last 6 days, so I do appreciate that.
She's absolutely right. She's a maniac. Don't follow her, whatever you do.
Don't follow anybody on this stage. Actually, follow everybody on the stage. Crypto Mag, Mr. Dude, Web3 Breakfast, Liquid NFTs, Matthew. I'm so glad you joined the stage today. Can't wait to chat with you about what we got going on with the markets. Gringo, Modern Canadian, M-Kid. There we go. We got a packed house. Shout out to everybody down in the crowd today. Dang. What's up? Thank you for joining us. Go ahead and do the things. Like, retweet, do all that. If you're watching the live stream.
I will say,
I
have been trying to come to your show almost daily, but like, who does something before 10 a.m.? Really?
I was up at 3:30 today.
I mean, okay, listen, I go to bed at 3:30 in the morning, but like, who's doing shit at 10 a.m. before 10 a.m.?
That's a valid
Maybe we
point.
need to change this up. Maybe it needs to be the Web3 Brunch Club instead of Breakfast Club. We'll push it to
Okay,
11.
so it used to be at 10 a.m., which
Mhm.
was great because, everybody was like happy and had their coffee. I mean, I don't drink coffee, but I'm pretty sure everybody was happy and drank coffee, whatever. But for people that aren't morning people,
Yeah.
morning only really starts at like 10:30,
Mm.
aka me.
Yeah.
So 9 a.m. is a really hard get.
Well, maybe
See,
in the
Max,
future
we
we'll
want
go
you to
to.
look at it like we're the show for people who are just, you're getting ready. Maybe you're in the shower, you just want to listen to something. Maybe you're on the drive into work, and we're like that.
Oh, I am
morning
that
radio.
person. Like, I have to take my kids to school and stuff like that. I'm up at 6 o'clock in the morning.
There you go.
Don't get it twisted.
There you go.
However, I just don't want to hear your voices before 10 a.m.
See, that's very different. Okay.
Ah, there you go. The
That
truth
I
came
feel
out. I
like
love
it's
it.
more of a
Comes
you
out.
thing, but we appreciate the honesty and we love you.
Oh,
Good morning.
I'm just kidding.
oh, I love
Good
that,
morning,
Max.
everyone.
Oh, that is funny. No, I'm glad that you're here. Listen, there's nothing that says in the future that the show won't get extended to a longer format if, all things go right. So you never know. Maybe what you're requesting right now is something that will come to fruition. You never know, Max.
Well, I appreciate you taking my suggestions into consideration,
And if
even if
anybody,
it is going right into the shredder.
absolutely, no. The shredder is underneath the suggestion box, so we do
That's her
read every
complaint.
Well, that's
suggestion.
it. Yeah, exactly.
We read every one of them. Just
Okay.
most of them go straight to the shredder, but we do read them.
Fair.
I do have to say it's kind of ironic because I go into spaces with some beautiful, influencers here in the space. Some of you guys are even here, in the evening time. And there's like 11 people or 12 people or 20 people. And I'm looking at our little breakfast thing here, and we got 643 people in here on a Monday morning, which is crazy.
You're gonna have to put one of those little leaf inserts into our breakfast table, make it bigger.
I mean, did we forget to tell everybody too? If we go over 1,000, we double the price.
See, you know what? I don't always want to have to spoon feed everybody the information like that. But you're right.
No, you got.
All I said was, hey, listen, here's the deal. We have that many people. And so if everybody just tagged a couple friends or hit the purple pill or do what they had to do, inherently, we would naturally get over that 1,000 so easily. If we started.
Or we could do it tomorrow. I mean, it's just something to put out there, like we may not hit 1,000 today, but there's always tomorrow on Wednesday.
And I know we were close the other day. No, not even. We were at 300 and we had to hit
Friday
1,000.
was crickets. Yeah, Friday was crickets. Go figure with the biggest prize. So.
305 was the highest we did that day. And it's funny, so one of our winners did say, hey, you said you were doubling it. I was like, yeah, if we got to 1,000, man, we only got to 305. He said, oh, I got you.
Well, I think they may have gotten confused. We're double burning. So whatever we give out today, if it's $200, we're going to burn $400 worth of GOTTI. If we do $500 in GOTTI on Friday, we'll do $1,000 burn of tokens. So so maybe
GOTTI,
that's what
the GOTTI Inferno
but,
continues.
Yeah, but we got to get over 1,000 people. That way we can, because it just seems like that's a better thing, right? Because if we get 1,000 people, we got to increase the prize so that increases people's odds so they can get a better chance of winning.
I like that.
So there you have it.
I like that. And it doesn't count. And I know people are like, wait a second, there's like well over 100 people watching the live stream. It should count if we add the two together. I'm so sorry. One of them has to go over 1,000. So everybody could go switch over to the live stream if you wanted on X or on YouTube. But as of now, nope, not happening.
And now that I said that, 11 people have left the room. So.
We didn't want you here anyway. I'm just kidding. We want everybody
trying to save
here.
you some money, MKid.
Whoa, wait, what'd you say?
So they're just trying to save MKid some money.
Yeah, just leave it to MKid. I could clear a room out real fast.
Nah.
Guys like Pumbaa.
We'll double the prize. We're out of here. Fuck you, MKid. We're done.
Screw that. Nobody wants free money. Guys, it's really easy. All you got to do is just go to the breakfast table or go to, let me make sure, I got to do this on not the phone that's running the space. We ran into that problem the other day where I accidentally hopped accounts. We don't want to do that again. So we're going to not use the, all right, let's go to the Web3 Breakfast account. Profile. I want to make sure that this is the pinned post for you guys, even though it is the last thing up there, pinned to your profile. There it is. It is the pinned post on the Web3 Breakfast X profile. Kick off your week with Monday markets on Web3 Breakfast, powered by Crypto Mags. We're diving in the latest crypto trends, market moves, and key insights you need to know. Matthew, Matthew, talk to me, Goose.
What's cracking, guys? Hope everybody's doing well. Congrats again on all the progress here. It's great to see, Jay.
Thanks, man. I appreciate you.
The one thing I wanted to bring up that is like very interesting to see is this new dynamic that BlackRock got the SEC to approve its options on the Bitcoin ETF. And the reason that that's really interesting is because now institutional investors and retail investors are going to have leverage or leveraged plays over Bitcoin without ever actually needing to own it. So we're actually creating derivatives that are not in decentralized finance, that are monitored and administered by institutional organizations. So it's just very interesting now. You'll see, people are concerned about like pump or dump or anything like that from a real like Bitcoin perspective, but I think over time you're going to see that volatility decrease, and a lot of that's going to be bolstered by some of these interesting derivatives that come about. And I just thought, as we talk about BlackRock in general, well, some of the things they're doing, they own 2% of Bitcoin, but they're also going to put these derivative aspects on there, and that's just going to have some really interesting market dynamics, I think, regardless if the people are buying or selling the actual underlying asset.
The global derivatives market is massive, isn't it?
It's pretty big, and I think it's really mind-boggling to realize that like 92% of all the currency in the world is digital. And when you think about all the assets that people invest in, many of these things exist on balance sheets as like an IOU to somebody else, bar it for any sort of thought you have about the underlying financial ecosystem as a whole, and in it being sort of a house of cards. This is just another thing that's going to contribute to volatility, but also ways for people to participate in the in the ecosystem without having to own the asset. And this is really good because it requires people like BlackRock to have the custody required or the assets under management to facilitate these transactions. So if they perpetuate options, they're going to have some sort of collateral to collateralize those contracts, and that means that they just have to keep holding the asset. So it's just great for people who are long-term holders, because as institutional adoption comes into play, they're going to need to backstop all these assets where they don't necessarily need to in some circumstances with other stocks and other sort of commodities.
Yeah, like that. Simon, go for it, brother. Thank you, Matthew, by the way. Simon.
Hey, yes. So I've been a little bit research about GOTTI and wonder about the exchange plan. I know GOTTI in the future, which exchange you plan to list it?
Is that a
I
question?
think current place is quite good. So any plan in the future that GOTTI would list it?
List where?
No, I'm kidding. I think that one's for you. Just asking about like future GOTTI listings, I think.
Yes.
Well, we're on like 29 dexes right now, and on one centralized exchange, and eventually we will, definitely get on some more centralized exchanges. But GOTTI will always be its main focus it's a DeFi token, so that's where it is. And but eventually you'd love to be on crypto.com, Coinbase, Gemini, Kraken, whatever the case may be. But again, there's lots of steps that you have to take and mature as a cryptocurrency to get to those prices, like $1 billion+ market cap makes things to get on make centralized exchanges a wee bit easier to get on. Nice. But right now, we're on pretty much every DeFi place you can think of, and you can check us out at gottitoken.io. It lists every single place that you can acquire GOTTI. So there you go. I hope that answers that question.
Boom, love that.
Yes, I got it. I already checked out the GOTTI website, and it's been a quite good run, I think, and we'll do better in the future.
Great community. I'll tell you what, man. The GOTTI's a great community. There's Telegram fully loaded with some cool people. Get in there. You see MKid chatting in there too. So definitely, if you're a community person and you love what Web3 offers, where you can have that community aspect. Some people don't care, and I get that, but some people truly enjoy that, and I think that's one of the selling points of what Web3 is, and what crypto and NFTs are. It's we've said this before, and a lot of people have equated this. NFTs is what started this. And I think the NFT bros coming into the coin market through the NFT bear market is really what solidified this, is this whole, the idea of the community thing, being all of what we are in, right? And there's a lot of the trait group things that we learned in the NFT groups where people are starting businesses or using IP to go on and take things to the next step or whatever. Like, we think that NFTs really have the potential to do. And so I think that that's absolutely fascinating when we start to see how we can shift with our communities and really grow and develop. And I'll tell you what, man, the Gotti community is great. There's a lot of communities that are fantastic. So if, again, that's something that excites you about what Web3 is how, again, that the unparalleled access to, really facilitate your investments into a community aspect. And I talked about this we can talk about this again anytime you guys want to, but how that changes the investing landscape, because we always teach people don't marry your bags, don't, this, that kind of thing. But when you really join a community, things change. That's different. Like, you make friends, you start to really, enjoy the people that you're with, and you're in the Discord or the voice chats or whatever, right? The spaces here on X. And then all of a sudden you're like, wow, these people are my friends. Like, I'll sell something else before I sell this bag and I dump on my friends, right? We're starting to change the way that we think about investing.
And it gets very awkward if you do sell on your friends and your friends find out about you.
And then what do you do? And listen, like, this is in full disclosure. Like, I've seen this, and I've talked about this with other people, where people are still positively talk about a project, but in the background they've sold everything that they've got. And hey, at the end of the day, if you need money, profit is profit, whatever. Like, that's not what I'm saying. It's really interesting, right? Because you start to mentally marry these projects or the communities around it that ultimately is an investment opportunity.
Right. You got to balance it out from the aspect of having the fun community get together, because it's like a sports team, right? You're all wearing the same jersey, you're all rooting on the same team. But you also have to balance it out that it doesn't become a cult-like type of thing. Right?
That's a really good point.
At the end of the day, every single person that gets into a cryptocurrency, you have a journey time, right? You buy, you hold, and then you will sell, and that's what cryptocurrency is about, right? You eventually will exit out. Unless you lose your private keys, and then you become an ultimate
and then you are excellent. What I love that you said this, because this is what Mr. Dude and I were talking about. Ultimately, where we wanted the conversation to go today is because, listen, if we are getting ready to pump, we are getting ready for a bull run. If this is something that you experience, and if it's not, get ready, because euphoria is like an actual thing. So we got to start thinking about best practices and planning for what's ahead. Like, are you just going to ride your bag through the whole thing and then at some point sell the whole thing, or are you going to scale out? Like, how is it all going to work? And I think the more that we talk about best practices leading up into the bull run, is how people maximize profits, right? It's how you can maximize your networking. It's how you can figure out, hey, maybe I don't need to sell my entire bag of this community coin that I'm in because I really enjoy it, but I really need to shift some of my money that I got tied up in it right now. I'll still stay in the community, but I got to put this into crypto so that I can get my family the life that we want, right? And then when you hit those profits.
No, but we've been talking about this like for years now, right? Even you and I. Mm-hmm. I mean, we've always said that coming with the bull market, or no, the bear market, sorry, this is when you make your decisions. Right. This is when you do your exit ramps, right? So like, the first sell-off might be 5% at X dollars. And this is where you have like a level head where you're even if it goes to $100 more, your brain is at $50, I'm selling 20%. At $150, I'm selling another 20%, whatever the case may be, whatever your numbers are. But then that way, when it is a bull market and it goes to that price, and you're comfortable selling it off. It's not a what if situation anymore. Right. And it's not an emotional based situation anymore. Mm-hmm. It's a fact.
Yeah, and and listen, like,
do your shit now.
And another thing I've been saying that I learned from AJ, and it's been really working out, just like being patient, or like, you build your setups, right? You look at your charts of your coins that you want to get, and you look at it, right? And you study it, and you write your lines out, and you put your alerts on there so that you can make reactions to things versus having to guess what's going to happen next. And I think your people are much better off. And like, you see like the success of traders, and you understand that why is because they are going by principles that are keeping them in line versus just willy-nilly, which like full disclosure, I've done that, right? You guys have heard my story of like a 5-time liquidation in one day because I was just revenge trading, trying to get it all back. Like, no, like that doesn't work like that. Like that's how people get wrecked. And so the more again, best practices that we can build into our function, into our crypto life and our investment strategies, the better we're going to be off, especially as we navigate through this bull run, because it's coming. October is going to come. Who knows what's going to happen November,
Yeah,
December.
you have to keep emotions out.
That's it. You got to keep it out. Exactly.
If I could
And so
say
like,
one thing.
go ahead.
When you're done.
No,
I was just going to say one thing when you're done. You know, I think the biggest thing for mental health for people is own your decision. So here's the thing. There's only one person that hits the top that sells, and there's only one person that buys at the bottom that sells, right? Everybody else is in line from that. If you make a decision with the information you have, you can't do this, oh, I shoulda, coulda, woulda bullshit, because you will ultimately just destroy yourself mentally. Hey, you're presented with this. You have the opportunity to make 10%, 50%, 200% on your money. If you want to take profit, take that profit, enjoy it, and own it. And don't look back. You have to really understand, because you're like, well, next time, oh, geez, it went up 3 times after I sold. Yeah. But the next time you're going to do it, then you may hold too long, right? And then you get wrecked. So again, just own what you do, take peace in what the decision that you make. And just, you know, because it's horrible. I see so many people that make money and then they're like, oh, I could have made more money. Not really. No. It's like winning the lottery, you know? But you just have to own what you do.
And you know, like the people that you mentioned, the person who's going to sell the top and the person that's going to sell the bottom, that's going to control that, they have so much more money than you that you don't compare to those people. And so like you fall in the middle, right? And so like most people, all of us, like we fall in the middle. We're not the ones controlling markets. That's just how that works. There was something else I was going to go.
The more knowledge you have, the less emotional decisions you're going to make.
You remove the emotion.
Yeah, that's why the rule should be plan the trade the plan. Take your emotions out of it. One of the big challenges we do have in this space is that we are anti-custodian, which means that it's very difficult for you to set your plan and have it automatically trigger if you're not trying to hold your assets on an exchange. So just be cognizant of the fact that if you're holding stuff in a wallet and you're planning your trade and then trading your plan, it's going to take the actual conviction of you to do the thing you said you were going to do, because in many cases, automation is not going to allow you to do that if you're holding it in a wallet and not on an exchange.
There you go. Like that. Gringo, what's up, fam?
Yeah, I love everything you guys are saying. You're right. You got to keep your emotions out of it. But I like the OG way of dollar cost average in, dollar cost average out, because you don't know when the top's going to be. So I like to get, sell off as I go, and also don't fall in love with your crypto. I don't have loyalty to crypto. I have more to my NFTs, because those are the real communities I really enjoy. And for that, I tell my friends, buy multiples of an NFT collection you believe in. That way you don't have to deal with the emotions of leaving the club. Take profit on 2 or 3 of your NFTs, hold one so you stay in that community, and then, or even plan to buy back later on if there is a dip. But yeah, discipline, people. Always take more profits than you think you'll need, because it gets brutal if you don't. Like, I took plenty of profits and I was well off as far as that goes, but I could have sold a lot more last cycle. And trust me, you always want to take more. So just stay disciplined, keep your emotions out of it, and make a plan for if you do become emotional, is what I'm trying to say.
There you go. I like that. Simon, what's up, fam?
So I want to know about, is there any donation or fund GOTTI have taken to any project or someone?
I didn't catch that. It sounded like
donation. I mean, we initially gave away over 3,000 tokens, which I don't know how many millions of dollars.
Yeah, and we give away. We give away.
We're doing $200 today.
Yeah, we give away at least. Yeah, we give away at least $1,300 a week on this show. Burn, I think, at least double that now. As far as
until the end of the month, we're double burning.
Yeah, so like super deflationary token.
In here, we'll get 1,000 people in here every single day. We'll do $2,500, $2,600 a week. So there you go.
That's
10 G's a month. Keep it up.
And that's for the community, man. That's for the community.
Yeah.
So Shout out to the community, man. Shout out to everybody out there. Guys, go ahead and smash the like, hit the heart, do all the things. Also, posted up on the breakfast table. It's also pin posted to the Web3 Breakfast account is the GOTTI giveaway that we were just talking about. We're going to pull that in about 15 minutes. So my procrastinator friends, you got like 15 minutes to get that done. Get her done. The rest of you go ahead and smash the like. And our X watchers, I got to just double check this. Nope, can't use this phone to do that. I got to do this one. Got to remember. I don't want to jump accounts here, but one thing that I know is that our ex people, for whatever reason, don't like to like videos. They don't like to hit the heart. I only see 9, yet there's 142 of you watching it. All you got to do is just turn your phone the other way, hit the heart, turn it back, and you're back in business. So it's really easy. It doesn't cost a whole lot of time nor effort. Just boop, done. Appreciate you. All right, back to this one, and we're back. Guys, thank you so much. This is Web3 Breakfast, powered by the Crypto Mag account. Super excited to be here on Mondays. This is something that has just been absolutely an absolute treasure to do for me the last couple of weeks, and our community. We're really starting to love it. So appreciate Nathan and the crew over at Crypto Mag for allowing us to do this. And shout out to this great speaker panel. You guys are up here today are amazing. I love this conversation. I feel like, as we again get towards October, and really with uncertainty towards the tail end of the year, however, it probably, in my opinion, will go up for the most part. We'll probably see some ups and downs, but does anybody have plans? We talk about taking profits. Do we have plans to take profits during October to prepare for a potential downturn November or December, maybe a sell-off before the end of the year, and then kicking things off high and mighty in January, making some, buying some, that may dip between October and the end of the year?
I think people will sell in the new year to take their profits or whatever for the tax season.
See, I think that's a tough argument because the year's been pretty good. So like tax loss harvesting might not be as egregious as it was like last year. Mm-hmm. I don't know. I think a lot of people are going to be on the sidelines until the election happens. Markets are forward looking. Always remember that. And when there's a lot of uncertainty, especially regarding like interest rates or political candidates, the market has no idea what's going to happen and it has a hard time pricing those things in. So I think the election is going to be a big swing one way or another. But I think as to the earlier conversation, all numbers kind of go up and to the right, regardless of candidate that gets elected, which I think is just beneficial for overall crypto. Like, don't be overly concerned about what the candidate is, just be concerned about adoption in general. But I think, I'm not taking any profits between now and the end of the year. It's going to be full stack, keep adding, and then look where you're at in May, sell in May and go away 2025, maybe looking into the summer.
Yeah. See, I'm wondering, like who's selling? Like, most institutional investors are allocated. A lot of people are allocated right now. Retail hasn't really come back yet. Mm-mm. So I feel like we need to have like a really good new all-time high, like to get that retail back in, because we need new buyers. Because everybody that's in the game, they know what's up. They know they're going to hold their bags. They're not going to be selling a lot.
But does the whole question behind all of that though is retail's wrecked, man. The last experience retail had with crypto, they all got wrecked. Do people have capital? Do people, Matthew said people are sitting on the sidelines, but we talk about retail investors. Do people have money sitting on? Do people have money to even think about? I'm going to put it in crypto now.
I think as the interest rates start to continue, I think it's going to take time. Like, as the interest rates go down and down more, people are going to have to pay less to service their debt, so more money will be in the economy. People will be able to start spending on things a little bit more. People are not going out to eat because interest rates are high. So if you have credit card debt, they got to pay their credit card bill, so that takes priority over going out for dinner. You know what I mean? So people have just the stress comes off, and the weight comes off of their debt servicing costs. Mm-hmm. There'll be more money to be able to spend on other things.
So I think it was 2 weeks ago, we read an article on the afternoon show about some bigger firms, larger firms, kind of baking in a 240 basis point cut within the next 12 months, and so we saw 50 recently, right? So that gives us 190 to go. And so, Matthew, between either you or again anybody that wants to take it, like, what do you guys think of the possibility of seeing that within the next 12 months, seeing another 190 basis points being cut from where we're at?
Yeah, I definitely think it's going to continue. At least, I don't know if it's going to be the full amount. Of course, they're all kind of projections. They thought that we were going to get 7 rate cuts this year, and we're probably going to get 2. So it'll certainly be interesting to see. But I think the 50 basis point cut was I don't want to say the right move, but probably the most anticipated or the most liked move.
Step in the right direction, maybe.
Yeah, absolutely. It definitely was a good signal that the housing market can change, and as people have said, like now they have more liquidity, they have more capital, they can go do riskier shit and hopefully not blow it all on FanDuel. But hey,
on OnlyFans,
some people's choices. On OnlyFanDuel, that's the new one we should create. OnlyFanDuel.
They fight each other.
Dueling
just naked
FanDuel
football players. Yeah. So in any case, that's kind of my thoughts. I think we're definitely going to see more probably rate cuts in the future.
By the way, the housing market in Florida is screwed, it looks like. If you look at the data, so it's really interesting. The wider economy, I don't know how great it's going to be, but in my mind, I go back to that BlackRock article, the $35 trillion, what looks like an escape plan is crypto. I mean, maybe we'll see that. And also, by the way, for adjusting for inflation, I think the all-time high for Bitcoin would actually be 80,000 to start the bull market this cycle. So you add all that up, we could have a housing crisis. Are the rate cuts even going to matter for the wider economy? They might only matter for crypto markets and the NFT market, but we'll see.
The other thing, too, I want to just announce and make a little suggestion that people end up doing is the amount of debt people will go into to buy crypto in a bull market. So the answer is no, a lot of people do not have money to buy crypto, but it's amazing that people will, if they think there's a bull run and there's free money, they will max credit cards or whatever they can to buy crypto, because who cares if you got $100 payment at the end of the month? If you put $5,000 into crypto and you have $20,000 or $30,000 at the end of the month, right? So the logic is people find it's amazing the money that comes out of the woodwork.
Exactly. That's why I think like that $80,000 Bitcoin price, which is adjusting for inflation, that would be the all-time high last cycle, peak last cycle would be adjusting for inflation, 80,000 this cycle. So we haven't even started yet. And I think when we hit that 80,000 mark, possibly psychologically, retail will just come exactly like you said. They'll max out their credit cards. They'll do anything to catch that bull run. Because what are your options?
Second mortgage on your house at 8% interest. Who cares, right?
Especially if everything's going to crash, if the entire wider economy is screwed and you have no future and you're young, why would you not? And this is not financial advice, but I'm just saying psychologically, it's like you start seeing Bitcoin hit 80K and it keeps pumping. What are you going to do if you're screwed?
You're taking that personal loan. You're taking that student loan. It's going to Bitcoin, baby.
Don't do it.
You don't even have to.
Please don't do it. This is not financial advice. Don't do it.
Don't do it. Not financial advice. I'm just saying psychologically, some people think that way.
Yeah, no, I know. Listen, there's a lot of it that happens, and like you hear about it every cycle of those people that get absolutely wrecked. They lose their house, they lose their cars, they lose everything because they just they didn't make it happen. And like
never risk more than you can lose ever.
I'll tell you a quick opposite story. I had a friend that took 3 mortgages out on his house, took his entire 401k, liquidated it, bought Bitcoin under $4,000, and the guy made tens and tens of millions of dollars, retired at the age of like 45.
Yep.
So
it's doable.
Going in, and then he paid his house off, he did everything, but he knew Bitcoin was going to go up. He waited a few years. Wife almost left him for it, and now he's quite happy that he did that. But
that's why they call it wife changing money.
Yeah, exactly. But it does work. It does work if you hit it right. It doesn't matter if you go into debt like crazy and you hit something, you get money. Now, if you go into debt and it goes the opposite direction, well, we all know what happens. You're fucked.
Yeah.
So
listen.
But people are screwed anyway. That's the problem in the economy.
Right. Yeah. Well, I mean, listen, it sounds like if it happens to some people, like M-Kid said, it happens to some people, like I said, like it's highly unlikely that someone is going to win big and then make it all work. Now, with the exception of the fact that we are going to the parabolic phase, your chances and odds do go up. However, none of this should be misconstrued as financial advice to go ahead and take a loan or mortgage your house, please.
Yeah, be responsible. Never risk more than you can afford to lose, ever.
Yeah. But, I mean...
And if you need an actual financial advisor to tell you that
yes,
all these
please,
things are true, then yes, please don't do that. Please don't mortgage your house. Please don't take out credit. Don't spend more than you can lose.
Don't do it is the only point I'm trying to make. Whenever people feel like there's no alternative to escape their financial situation and this economy globally, then people are going to do risky stuff. And then that's what all I'm saying is that's when I think retail will pour in. They'll be like, oh, my neighbor did it. I'm not saying it's smart, but I'm saying people are going to do it probably.
Yes, but really quick. So Matthew,
you can't pay that back. You're trouble. So,
yes,
I mean,
Matthew is really quick. Matthew is a registered financial advisor. He can answer questions that us dummies cannot. Like actually can answer them for you. So if you have some actual questions that you would want answers to, you reach out to Matthew. He's up on the stage. Give him a follow. He's one of our guys, man. He's a smart mother chucker.
Yeah, and I appreciate you saying that, Matthew. I was about to take out a HELOC.
See, I'm gonna take out a HELOC, but it's gonna be to redo my office or my screened-in porch and turn it into an office. So it's like investing back in the house. At least that way, that value will go up, hopefully.
Yeah, you HELOC and then you go do 100-to-1 leverage on Bitcoin, and then you're set.
In that office, yes.
You know it's wild. There's a Yuga platform right now. One of the apps that they're launching is going to be all virtual trading, so all paper trading, but the minimum trade is 100x, and the minimum trading is 100x, and the max is 1,000. So they're just perpetuating like degen trades with paper money.
What
so
could
they
go
can be
wrong
like,
with that?
Yeah. Well, nothing because it's paper trading, but like people will go try to do the same shit.
They're gonna copy trade themselves. Just get destroyed.
Or no, they'll do really well on paper, but the second they put in the real money, then it's
100% how that works. 100% is how that works.
This is my third cycle, and I would say don't risk more than you're willing to lose, because you're always going to have another chance to get in, because the market will go up and it will go down. So there are always chances to get in.
Always. There's always opportunities. Just be patient. Don't chase the candles. Don't chase the falling knife. Just wait for things to level off and then figure it out. Move on from there. Absolutely. I think, taking profits is the one thing. I feel like the narrative of taking profits going into this bull run is a little bit stronger than what I have heard in bull runs past, to be perfectly honest with you guys. And so I think it's going to be interesting to see how we navigate this. If a lot more people are playing it smart, we may see a whole new crop of crypto millionaires pop up. I hope every single one of you is in that club. I know I'm going to be. I know that all my friends up on stage here are going to be. And so I hope that everybody here listening, guys, you are in crypto. You are here listening to this for whatever reason. You could be anywhere in the world. Maybe this is your first time tuning into this. This is going to be the largest transformation of wealth in the history of humankind over the next, say, 10, 15 years, right? 10 to 20 years. So you are getting yourself in an opportunity now to change your life, to change your family's life, to change the lineage of your family's life. And so do what you can. Pay attention, listen, do your research, follow the right people, ask the right questions, do what you got to do to participate in this ecosystem, because one, it's cool. Two, you get to hang out with some amazing people. There's some amazing experiences. We have a great time. We have a great time every single morning at Web3 Breakfast. These Monday shows are absolutely amazing. We get a lot of new faces and voices and some people in the crowd. And so, we're really excited. Hopefully you guys carry on through the rest of the week. Come hang out with us at Web3 Breakfast Tuesday through the rest of the week. But shout out to Nathan and Crypto Mag for what you guys got going on, allowing to do this. We are going to be picking those giveaway winners. So make sure you got 30 seconds. As soon as I'm done with this little spiel, I'm going to go over to Twitter Picker. And so make sure you take advantage of that if you want to win $100. So we're going to do that right now. I think that's it. Let's just pick our winners. I don't need to go back into there. Let's say share this tab. You guys can see it now. We'll zoom it. All right, here we go. So we have got to grab the URL from Web3 Breakfast. So I told you had like a few seconds to get this thing squared away. I just need the link. There it is. X Picker. And our winners for today are, drumroll, Glitchmaster and Austin Speaks. Glitchmaster 65 and Austin Speaks, ASUST, Austin. I probably mispronounced that, so apologies. Congratulations to you both. Guys, make sure you tune in tomorrow. We will be giving away some more GOTTI tomorrow morning. We're going to be hosting the show over on the Web3 Breakfast account. So I think that's it for today. You guys have yourself a wonderful, wonderful afternoon. I'll be back at 4 p.m. Eastern over on the JChains account. I'm going to be doing the JChains Crypto Show. This has been the Crypto Market Update with Web3 Breakfast powered by Crypto Mag, guys. Have yourself a wonderful rest of your Monday. Do something great. Do your research. Find those cryptos you want to add to your portfolios and make your portfolio better. We like to say to be 1% better every single day. Maybe it's time to start working on that portfolio. Make that portfolio 1% better every day. And because pretty soon we're shifting into minds, bodies, and portfolios because I got to start fight training real soon. So get ready for that. Anybody got anything to kick us off before we leave?
Nope. Let's try to hit 1,000 people tomorrow.
Let's try to hit 1,000. Tomorrow is Bring a Friend. Tomorrow is Bring a Friend Day. You got the chance. You got the chance to make some monies. That's it. All right, guys. We're out of here. See you tomorrow.